Hey, you guys, welcome to Savage Time TV. It's your host, Brandon, and we got another great guest on our show today. We've got Yonnie MCFLY with us.
Yo.
You know, photographer, creative director, visual artist. Let's just start this off with how you doing? How you feeling?
Good. You got my microphone check. It was lit. I'm like, damn.
It's all good.
It's dope.
Yeah, so let's start off with something I saw on your Instagram profile. ARTrapeneur. I saw that you labeled yourself as an entrepreneur. Explain that for us and what that means.
Entrepreneur to me is just like, entrepreneuring through my art. Like, I am my brand, selling my art, just like working in the art world, That's where my entrepreneurial experience is really, you know what I mean? Like, all my businesses are surrounded around the concept of art and creating art and being creative. So ARTrapeneur was just like a vibe I threw together. Like, I felt fit.
That's a dope vibe.
You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people can relate to that, and I think a lot of people could definitely see themselves in that group of being an entrepreneur.
For sure.
I know I could even relate.
Right, you are an entrepreneur. 100%.
And when did you know that being a visual artist, an entrepreneur, was what you were giving your most energy and trust in? When did you know this is what I want to do with my life?
I would say probably like 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was rapping, and I was real serious about rapping. Like, rapping was like, I was trying to rap, you know what I mean? And then it came a slow time, and then I ended up linking with Jet Phoenix, who was my cousin, and he rapped at the time. He wasn't really doing the videos yet. He rapped too. So then we kind of like linked. He had came back, because he had always rapped, like traveled around and like did rap. So anytime he would come back home to Elkton, he would be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? Like, you've been rapping, whatever. So long story short, we end up linking, and once we connected, I started creative directing my own videos, and he was really good at the videos, but he wasn't like Jet Phoenix Films yet, you know what I mean? Right. So we were just vibing. And it's crazy because that whole time turned us both into, you know what I mean? This. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, we both, I feel like, realized at the same time, like, no, we don't want to rap, man. Like, it's bigger than rap. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we want to be creative all through the industry. Yeah, about 2 years ago, man. And ever since, it's been like nonstop. I creative directed a lot of projects for them, and then I creative directed my own projects, which led me to photography through photographing like BTS, and then like, it just unfolded, man. It was like a snowball effect, and then it became Concept 21.
And so would you say that music was kind of the thing that kind of led you to this?
100%.
100%.
100%.
So music is something that, is involved in your daily life. You're
for sure.
A big fan of music?
Yeah, I mean, I still love to make music. Even though I haven't made any, I love the energy that music brings. Like, it no matter what type of music you listen to, when you listen, it's a feeling. Like, you feel something, like it transmits. That's what I love about music, that it's instant, like, feeling. I felt you. Whoever you are, whatever you make, when somebody else listens to it, they immediately feel something. That's crazy.
It's amazing.
That's crazy.
Because I tell people all the time, it's the vibrations, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Taking that energy, forming it, and it's hitting your soul and spirit in a way where you can describe it. And
love music.
Feel a certain way.
Music is,
When it comes to your art, what are some influences that you have, if any? Is there any like other artists that influence you, or anything? Is it like music? What influences you the most with your art?
I would say life.
Life.
I mean, because all my art is experiments that become experiences for me, because I'm experiencing like making it, and then you experience something when you view it. So it's like I just experiment through like my perception of life, what life is to me. Like growth was like that. It was like, what does growing look like? Like, as a human, we're constantly like growing. We're changing like every second. The more information we receive, you know what I mean? The more we grow and like become different. You might eat better. You might start working out all the time. Now you into that. Or you might have read something that changed your perspective on, your opinion on whatever. You know what I mean? It was like, what does that look like? And that's how growth came about. That's what I mean by like experiments, and then like experience, all like channeled through life. Like, you know what I mean? Just whatever I think, I create.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like as simple as I could
dope.
put
So
it.
your art will forever be flowing, forever different because like life.
For sure.
Flowing forever different.
I feel like my art is evolution. It evolves. It constantly evolves. You know what I mean? Like it is never the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like it's a living thing. My art like lives. It is alive. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, for sure. And is there, when it comes to collabs, is there anybody that you would like to, or that you always have dreamed of to work with, to create art, to create something with, or is there anybody out there, or any group that you've always wanted to work with?
Yeah. It's people. I mean, I would work with anybody. Honestly, I don't really got no picks. I feel like I don't want to take pictures of regular looking like models. You feel what I'm saying? Like the typical look. So I'll work with anybody, honestly. I don't have any picks, like, not really. In the industry, I would love to work with, like, Tyler, the Creator, or, like, a Childish Gambino. Kanye West, regardless of, like,
Oh, I'm a big Kanye West fan,
Like,
so I completely understand why you would want to collaborate.
in order for me, creatively, it's Kanye West, Beyonce, Childish Gambino, Tyler, the Creator. Right now. Beyonce and Ye don't ever really leave for me, but definitely Tyler and Gambino or somebody that like picked up. Like lately I've been like, nah, they've been going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said, regardless of, are you the type of person where, regardless of how people feel about somebody like Kanye West, you can differentiate maybe your personal from professional to still be able to get work done?
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, it's like sometimes you got to accept people's perspectives regardless of how you feel about it. It's not the human experience isn't about like always having somebody the same as you. Like the beautiful thing about being a human being is that we are all uniquely different. The way we think, the way we look, what we eat, everything about us, how we live. So like being able to accept that is like, you have to. Like, that has nothing to do with his talent, you know what I mean? Or, like, what he creates. That's just some other shit. Like, you know what I mean? I always, like, am open to perspectives. I learn a lot about people. I learn a lot about myself when I accept a perspective that isn't my own, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Nah.
I completely
I love Ye. Yeah, I don't care about no Trump, no black people was racist, whatever, He's a genius. You can't take that from him. You know what I mean? You cannot take that from that man. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I feel the same exact way. And what are your goals and maybe dreams for 21 Studios, for Concept 21?
I just want to go bigger, man. I just want to go bigger. You know what I mean? I just want to provide a studio with multiple looks. I want to have the most looks in the area. You know what I mean? Like airplane wings, stationary elevators. I mean, like, just looks. So I'll probably plan to be here for 2 years. And after that, I'm going to look into, like, actually purchasing a building and really, like, 20-foot cyc walls, multiple colors, like, just really trying to create a hub for the creative community in a 50-mile radius of the area. You know what I mean?
That's dope. I could definitely see that happening.
Like a real community. Like, where we can, like, network through the community. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why the membership is so important here. Because the membership is the beginning of that community. Right now, we're at, like, 15 members, which is good. We only been open for 4 months. So it's like 15 members is pretty good. And they're a community. Eventually, we want to get them work and, like, just have mixers for them so they can meet each other, work together, collab. So it's like, really, it's about going bigger. I just want to go bigger.
All about big.
Yeah.
All about expansive. And back on, I remember, like you said, music is something that me and you both can relate to. I love music, listening to it every day. What's some of your favorite music that you listen to from just this year, 2020? Like some new stuff that you listen to?
Oh, I'm on some shit. I mean, Tyler created album, top 5. Top 5. Okay. I mean, the Dreams album. Okay. I've been on that for like 2 years. That's like fire R&B right there. Right. I'm on that. I was just listening to Party. The Jay Electronica, crazy.
Did you like more of Jay Electronica or more of Hove?
Hove, of course. Nah, Hove, of course, though. But don't get me wrong. When Jay Electronica said they thought it would never happen, but I survived Neverland like the Jacksons, I was like, yo, nah, this nigga is not to be fucked with.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, I felt that. I'm like, yo, nah, I was sleeping on Jay Electronica. And the Carters. I've been banging the Carters album, too. I feel like all over that, Jay was planting seeds of, like, Jay always gives you that, though. That's why he in my top 5, like, dead or alive. He just, like, he always gives you that, like, the information. You know what I'm saying?
You learn.
If you really listen to that, man, the information is planted inside of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah. Yeah. That's what I've been on lately. And I'm a repetitive listener, so I listen to an album for 2 years. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
What can you do about that?
You said 2 years, the dream, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like that. I'm a big fan of Nav. I've been listening to Nav's first album, came out in 2016. I want that.
If it's good, it's good, man. It's undeniable. I like the Alabama Shakes, too. That's random. But Sound and Color by the Alabama Shakes, listen what I'm trying to tell you. That album is crazy.
All right, I'll give that a listen.
Crazy. Black woman, the lead singer. The album's crazy. It's crazy.
All right, well, describe, if you could, your wildest project experience.
My wildest project. Damn, it gets crazy. I don't even know, man. Probably like, all the body paints is crazy. Because the paint moves and how people experience the paint when it's on them, like how it becomes close to them, that's fire. But growth was probably the first time somebody looked at me like, what you want me to do? Like, what? Like, what? You know what I mean? Somebody that I usually work with strangers, like people I've never met, like, you know what I mean? Ever. So it's like, then you got to come to me and I want you to do some, like, wrap you in plastic, bury you in dirt. Like, what? Yeah, so, yeah, all of it is crazy. All of it, man, is wild.
Wow.
For real.
I could definitely see that you asking getting people to understand your vision.
Hard.
First, you know?
Cake. My man seen Cake out front. It's like, yo, Cake was crazy. Lydia. That is her name. Couldn't think of that for 45 minutes. Lydia. Yo, she came over to the crib. I'm in there with my wife. We built the set in my apartment because this was before I had this. And I'm like writing this on Instagram. I'm like, yo, I want to put icing on your butt and put a candle in between your cheeks and light it. Now, just saying that right now out loud sounds crazy to me.
Sounds exciting.
So, I mean, for sure, but still, it's like, what? And she was just like, oh, okay. It was crazy. I'm like, oh, you down? Oh, she came. She came, laid on the table. Amanda was the MUA. Shout out to her. She did all the makeup for a 70s glam, rollers and everything. And then me and my wife, put the icing on her and, put the candle, lit it. But it was crazy, though.
I'm telling you, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said to him. I'm like, yo, look, this might sound crazy. I think I led with that. This might sound crazy, but I want to put icing on your butt with sprinkles and then light a candle. The concept is called Cake. It's a play on the word. At the time, everybody was like, yo, she got that cake. Rihanna had the song Cake.
Cake. Yeah.
It was like, for me, it was like, damn, how can I turn that up? You know what I mean? So it was like a perspective shoot. Like close up, it looks like a cake. And then far out, it's this girl with icing on her butt. I just thought it was crazy.
It was dope. That's dope. Switching it up. Some current coronavirus, man.
Yo.
Are you staying safe out here?
You see how I came when you came in?
Exactly. Elbows.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, definitely trying to stay safe. I haven't really been out. Just back and forth, home studio. I mean, they say it's a conspiracy. They say it's some crazy shit. But me, you can't trust it. I ain't taking no risk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying.
Is it affecting your work at all?
Nah, I've been working still. And we got the studio at a 4-person minimum. So everybody gotta come in, wash their hands when they come. 4-person minimum. Anybody that looks sick, sounds sick, cough, sneeze, anything, you gonna be asked to leave. Right at this time. You know what I'm saying? Just because.
He was dead serious for 10 seconds.
Yeah, just at this time, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, nah, things been moving as usual. The members really been taking advantage of it because they haven't been able to work anywhere else probably. So they've been coming in, still shooting with clients. I mean, as entrepreneurs, we can't let up. Like, we can't let up, man.
And just us being, you know, young, black, out here trying to make it, following our dreams, what's a message, if you could just put out to, you know, just younger viewers, anybody watching that's, you know, maybe straddling the fence on following their dreams? Like, what would you say to them on just, you know, what maybe they should do, or just give them some inspiration about being an entrepreneur, especially being a black entrepreneur?
That's a good question. I want to say something that's inspiring, but I also want to be truthful. Because it's
as truthful as possible.
I mean, business ain't easy. Running something, having something, creating something from nothing is not an easy task. And an idea is cool. You can have ideas, you know what I mean? But execution and following through are a major part of manifestation. Like, you can't have an idea, right, and then go halfway with your follow through, bring that idea halfway developed into a market, and expect it to flourish. That's unrealistic. So if you do have a passion and a dream and a vision for yourself, my best advice would be to write it down. I'm big on that. I write everything down. This studio concept, my notebook right now, and I'll show you off camera so we know that this is fact. My notebook right now has this space in it from the top of last year. The exact design, how the membership program would work, everything, the whole foundation of the business, everything I would need, what the type of rent I could afford, everything. And during that whole time, I worked cutting grass. I still created in my house or wherever I could, but I worked cutting grass at a golf course to accumulate the investment money because I'm my number one investor to create this. So it's like, if you have a dream, write it down, make sure it's firm. You your number one investor. Don't be scared to work. People are all this embarrassment about, like, because your Instagram life ain't fabulous, like you ain't at work. But if you got a plan and a vision, it take money. It take capital for that. And ain't nobody giving nobody black with no credit, no, because we starting underneath the bottom.
Exactly, behind the eight ball.
So, you know, we ain't even learning the important shit that's inside of society to establish and get this money that's free out here to be gotten. And a lot of niggas don't even want to tell you about it, like scared that this can't be a bunch of rich niggas. You know what I mean? So it's like, make sure you plan firm. Make sure that you ain't scared to work and go get your capital, because you're going to need capital, and you ain't going to be, it's going to be this many favors. So make sure your capital right and invest in yourself and then follow through to the end. To the end. Now, I ain't saying polish shit. If it don't work, it don't work. So that's why I'm saying make sure before you bring your idea or your vision to the marketplace, make sure it's a demand for it. That's what I mean by building a firm. Look at where you are in your neighborhood, in your community, and where you live, what's in demand in the region, what do you like to do. It takes all of that to have like I'm doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I love to create. The studio is going to run from me. It's a multifaceted way of revenue. Somebody can rent it. I can come in here and shoot, take my headshots, get paid for that. The membership program, like, you know what I mean? It's about making sure that you ain't relying on one source of income from your vision. To really execute it and do it well. Follow through, make sure it's solid, follow through to the end, and trust yourself. And it ain't gonna be easy, it ain't gonna be pretty, it's gonna be hard, you're gonna cry, you're gonna be broke, it's gonna be you're gonna have to deal with all of these tribulations, but if it's worth it to you in your heart, you will succeed. I promise you, you will succeed, but you gotta go through, you know what I mean? Gotta go through, fearlessly, you know what I mean? Fearlessly, that's how it got to be done, in my opinion, without rambling about it. But because, you know, that's a deep question. It's like you want to tell somebody the real shit. People looking at me, people look at this interview, they probably like, oh, she's sitting in her shit, she got her blah blah blah. It ain't easy. It's hard as hell. You know what I mean? It's hard. It was hard to get here. It's hard to maintain it. It ain't never not working. There's nothing easy about it. I work 24 hours a day. I'm available. The studio calls are forwarded directly to my cell phone. It's Sunday. I got to take calls. I got to answer emails. I got to deal with clients who don't understand, and frustration. It's work. So if you really want this, know that it ain't like, oh, you just breezing, ain't going to work every day. You know what I mean? You just, it's work, man. It's work. It's work. It's hard work. You know what I mean?
That's the answer that I was looking for, and that was a great message. And we're going to wrap it up. This is Savage Time TV. Again, we got the great guest, Yonnie
Word.
McFly.
Appreciate you, man.
Today.
It was fire, man. Sorry I'm a rambler. You know what I mean? But
we appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you.
Follow her on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, yep.
YouTube, all social platforms, all media platforms.
100%.
There. Wrap it up. Another episode.